Hey everyone, I'm Tracy Hazen. I am your professor for Speech 131 for this fall semester. You guys can call me Tracy, you can call me professor. As long as you remember one of those, I'm totally okay with it. So what you see me doing right now is called a screencast. So you will see my computer screen and you will also see me on my webcam, and I'm in my office right now. And what I'm going to do in this first video here is just welcome you to the course. We're going to go over the welcome letter and we're going to go over the syllabus and what you see on your learning management system, which is called Eagle or otherwise known as Canvas. Those words are used interchangeably, so I just don't want you to get confused. So what you're going to use for this hybrid course, and hybrid means that you're meeting inside the classroom and you're also meeting online. You are obviously going to need to use Eagle or Canvas because that is going to be our shell for the content of the course. And inside the classroom, we are going to be meeting to do our presentations. And we'll be going over a little bit of content in the classroom, but most of the content learning and absorption is done through Eagle. So on Eagle, when you log in, you will notice that your course, and I'm going to put this in student view so it looks like what you would see as a student and not what you would see as an instructor. When you log in, you'll notice that your course is set up in what are called modules, and these right here are your modules. So your first module is called Start Here. Your second module is called Helpful Tools Personal Wellness. Your third module is called Helpful Tools Academics. Your fourth module is MindTap Resources and Tech Support, and MindTap is your textbook that you're going to need for this course. Your textbook, I'll say this again probably, but your textbook you've already purchased. It was part of your tuition for this course, so you don't need to worry about that. You have access to your textbook online because you purchased it already. Your fifth module is Keith Public Speaking, 3rd edition MindTap. That is your key into the text. Okay, so if you're going to enter the text, you want to make sure that you click this link right here or any of the other chapter quiz links on Eagle. You don't want to go to cengage.com, which is the publisher, and then try to access it that way. It'll ask you or prompt you for an access code from your instructor. I don't have it. Your access code or your key is this right here, this link. So make sure if you're going to access the textbook, which you will need to, you do it through Eagle right here. And then the rest of the modules, I'm just going to do a quick scroll down, are set up in weeks 1 through 16. Okay. But to try to keep this video as generic as possible to a hybrid course, I want to focus on the modules that are up here. So the first module is a Start Here module. In the Start Here module, you're going to see the welcome letter, which I want you to think of as an extension of the syllabus. I want you to read that and we'll go over it as well. The grading scale, which is also available for you in the syllabus, my contact information, the email policy, and then the syllabus itself. So we're going to go over the welcome letter. So if you click on Welcome to Speech 131, if you don't want to go over or continue watching this video of me going over it, just go ahead and read it on your own time. But I think me going over it, I'll clarify some things that maybe need a little extra clarifying, and I might add in a couple tidbits. So it might be helpful to continue watching. If you feel you are competent enough to read this on your own, by all means, please go for it. Okay, so this is a hybrid course. Welcome to Speech 131, Funnels of Communication. To be clear, we're in a hybrid course, so this course means that we meet online and in the classroom. The content will be taught online through recorded lectures and how-to videos, so something like this. And your time in the classroom is going to be for presentations. I have office hours available if you need more hands-on help with anything, content, presentations, whatever it may be. Your class is going to officially start Monday, August 16th, 2021, and you're expected to log into the classroom via Eagle that day to get acclimated with the course. If you are unfamiliar with Eagle, which you can be, this might be your first time taking a college course, you want to make sure that you get familiar with this learning management system because you're definitely going to need to understand Canvas or Eagle in order to be successful in here. So it's crucial we get off to a good start because I don't want you to fall behind. Okay. See schedule below to know and plan ahead for the dates that we'll be meeting in the classroom. Remember, we're not meeting every week. we're only meeting sometimes, and that's when presentations come up. So double check the schedule, put it in your calendar, ask for the days off of work, find a babysitter, do whatever you need to do to make sure that you have these dates off. So please make sure to plan accordingly. If you can't make it to your presentation date, it will be considered late. You can't switch dates just because other dates are available. So please don't assume there is time. There isn't. The other slots are filled with other speakers. So just because I have a Monday, Wednesday slot available or a Tuesday, Thursday slot available, and your presentation was supposed to be on Monday and you're like, oh shoot, I'm not ready. Oh, I'll just give it on Wednesday. Don't assume that there's time for you. So you are responsible for the date that you sign up. Okay. So look below at these dates here. We're going to meet in the classroom week 2, week 5, week 6, week 10, week 11, week 15, and week 16. And here are the more specific dates over on this side right here. In week 16, or final exams week, it's going to be determined because I haven't received the final exam schedule yet. There is no final exam. We're just going to be completing our presentations during that week. Okay, so I have provided you a schedule for you to sign up, and eventually you're going to be able to click this link right here, and it's going to take you to a Google Doc, and you are going to put your name where you want to give your presentation. So if you want to give your presentation on October 25th as the 3rd speaker, you're going to put your name there. And you want to give your presentation on December 1st as the 7th speaker, you're going to put your name in that slot, and it's just going to keep updating as your class section adds in their names and their preferences. Okay, so once that slot and that date is filled, you can't add on. You got to go to the other slots. And that's how I'm going to keep track of the speakers. And I'll try to send out email reminders to let you know. But once this little hyperlink is filled in, you're going to be able to click on a Google Doc. So by the time you see this video, that hyperlink will be ready for you. All right, so on the speaking days, it is vital that you are early or on time. Just because we are a hybrid course and our class time doesn't mean that we need to, we're going to stick to the schedule that's provided. So again, my point is that I can't have you switching dates around just because you're not ready or something came up. If you signed up for Monday, I need you to be responsible for Monday for that time period. Your lateness impacts my schedule and everyone else's. It is also important to remember that you have dual responsibility in this course as speaker and as audience member. This means you must not only be on time to your presentation, but your classmates. So in simple terms, be in your seats, ready to go by the time class starts. If class starts at 10:30, be there at 10:25 or be there at 10:30 and ready to roll. This is not a class where you can show up to give your presentation and then leave. You will be docked points for that because you have dual responsibility as speaker and as audience member. The class that you signed up for meets for 75 minutes. I need you to be available for those 75 minutes. I'm not trying to sound cranky and I'm not trying to sound harsh, but it's been so problematic and it's just rude to your classmates, not so much to me, but to your classmates, that I'm not going to tolerate it this semester. So I need you available for those 75 minutes. And I added GIFs and memes so you know I'm really serious. All right, so when presenting our speeches, we need to follow a few rules. So this is for informative and persuasive speaking, not for your introductory or your in-the-bag speech. For informative and for persuasive speaking, I want to make sure that you guys are in professional dress because we're going to learn about something called credibility, ethos, and that is going to help build our credibility of yourself as a speaker, but also the content. So if the professional dress code needs to be met, and you can access that dress code right here. If you are able-bodied, you need to be standing for your presentations, and we're not going to be hiding behind a podium in the room. So make sure when you're practicing, you are just in a practice space that is not blocking any sort of nonverbals. A nonverbal communication is important to the message and much more realistic to the public speaking experience. This is stated in the assignment directions, but please remember you are only allowed to use note cards when presenting. No speaking from outlines, no long piece of paper and folding it up, actual note cards. These note cards are available at the bookstore, and since they are a requirement of the course, you can use your financial aid to purchase them. The pandemic is certainly not over, but we have reached phase 5 of opening our state, and since germs and crippling anxiety are everywhere. You only are expected to come to your presentation date. So if I scroll back up here, and let's say that 5 people are signed up to speak on October 18th, all I want to see are those 5 people on October 18th. Okay, it's going to lessen germs, but it's still going to give us an audience, and hopefully it helps lessen the social stress and anxiety of giving a speech. So your audience is not going to be 25 people, it's only going to be about 5 people, which I think is pretty cool. All right, so some more class information to know. So you do have a textbook. Like I said earlier in this video, when you registered for this course, some of your tuition money went to paying for that textbook. So you already have it and you already have access to it. Just make sure that you enter the text by clicking on any of the hyperlinks within the learning management system. Like I said a couple minutes ago, the required materials, you need a pack of those 5x8 note cards. They're in the bookstore for you and you can use your financial aid to purchase them. Late work, no late work on quizzes. I will accept other late work, small writing assignments, outlines, discussions with the penalty of 20% deduction. If you're late on your speech and there are no speaking days left for the assignment, you have put yourself in a really unfortunate situation. So say, for example, let me scroll back up here. Our last speaking date for informative speeches is October 27th, and you're late. You've put yourself in a real bind and you've created an even more difficult situation for yourself. Because I can't ask people to come back into the classroom on a date that I don't have set up, you will, a little bit more work is going to be required on your part. I will reserve a classroom for you here on the campus, and you must find 5 audience members to join you. And you will have to record yourself and submit a URL. Not only will you have to record yourself, you'll have to record your audience at the beginning of your speech, during the speech, and at the end of your speech. So I know that your audience didn't just pick up and leave. And it has to be on campus. It cannot be in your home with your family members. Okay, if you are late on speeches, a 30% deduction off the final score will be taken off. You must complete all 3 substantial speeches, so your introductory speech, your informative speech, and your persuasive speech, in order to pass the class. This is a requirement. State of Illinois IAA requirements say you have to be up in front of the classroom, up in front of an audience for 22 minutes, and these speeches will meet that requirement. Okay, so bottom line, just be responsible for the date that you picked at the beginning of the semester and work towards meeting those 3 goals. The welcome letter is an extension of the syllabus, and you will find the syllabus located right here in this module, and that's what we're going to go over next. I look forward to a great semester, and please remember, feel free to contact me either by Eagle with questions. Eagle, again, is the easiest way to get a hold of me, or you can ask me in the classroom, or you can come to my office hours, which will be posted on the Start Here module. So after this welcome letter, the last part of this video is going to be me going over the syllabus, which is a little bit redundant to what the welcome letter is, but nonetheless, you have to go over the syllabus. So you will find the syllabus in the Start Here module, Fall Syllabus 2021, very cleverly labeled. You're going to click right here. And when it opens up, you will see 9 pages of information. Most of it I've gone over, but again, my name's Tracy. This is my email, but always email me on Eagle. That's the only way I'm allowed to communicate with students. Or you can give me a call, but honestly, you are likely to get a very quick response by emailing me rather than leaving me a voice message. So always email me over Eagle, or you can come visit me down in CL1. My office is right next to the elevator. My office hours are going to be posted on the contact information, but right now my office hours should be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 9:15 to 10:30, so right before class starts. This is your textbook, which you know. You need 1 package of 5x8 note cards. And we're in a hybrid course. These are the student learning outcomes as they relate to the course, so you can go ahead and read those on your own time. This is the course outline. We'll learn a little bit communication as a discipline. It's not just a public speaking course. Communication is its whole discipline, studying different types of social behavior, a little bit of psych. You will learn how to become an effective communicator. We'll learn about speech organization, research, how to orally cite our sources, Verbal and visual support as we move into informative. Delivery will become more important as we move through our speeches, especially for your persuasive speech. And then we'll learn about strategies for audience adaptation, which will help you as a speaker meet the needs of your audience. How you guys are going to be assessed are obviously through your speeches, your outline. You will have quizzes weekly that are done through the textbook that link in through the two learning management systems. You will have outlines, and you will also have a works cited. All right, speech policies. This is a big one. Preparation and presentation of at least 3 individual speeches. This will include an informative and a persuasive, and also your introductory. Like I said in the welcome letter, you have to complete those 3 speeches in order to pass the class. Hey, expectations of students. Students are responsible for knowing all information contained in this syllabus and announced in class, so always make sure that you're listening in class when you're in there with me, and also that you're checking the announcements tab on Eagle, because sometimes I will send announcements or reminders in there. Please keep track of your points in this course. I may hit a button wrong, or something may happen to the gradebook where it didn't sync properly. So if something happens with your grades that you notice seem a little wonky, just go ahead and let me know. Your procrastination is not my emergency. I understand things happen, but I have to treat all students fairly and equally. So don't procrastinate. Don't be late with work. The late policy is going to apply no matter what. Okay. Computer skills. I'm assuming since you guys are in a hybrid class, you do have some computer skills. You can open and send emails. You can attach things. You understand how to go through threads. You can navigate your way around Eagle. You can upload videos using YouTube, and you know how to use PowerPoint. If you don't, please stop by my office and ask, and I can give you a little tutorial on those. All right, outlines and works cited for your presentation are due on Eagle. So if you speak on Monday at 10:30, your outline is going to be due on Eagle at Monday at 10:30. I have to have your outline and works cited in Eagle before you speak so that I can pull it up while you're presenting. All right, there's the days to withdraw from the course. It's a student withdrawal process, so it's your job to withdraw from the course if you feel like you need to withdraw. Email policy, you can see that on the Start Here module. It just reminds you to act like a professional adult when emailing me. Hey, no emailing me assignments. Email is the easiest way to get in touch with me over Eagle. Use professionalism. If you have a problem with a grade that you receive, I always ask that you just wait 48 hours and then come and talk to me. So let the constructive criticism sink in, and then we can have a conversation. All right, resources. Students requiring additional support are encouraged to use various resources provided by the college. So we have tutoring, notification of services for students with disabilities. If you feel, like you need extra support, you can visit their coordinator, and they will go through the step-by-step process to make sure that you receive that extra support from your instructors. Academic alert messaging. If we feel that there is a problem with your academic performance in class, you will get notification. Electronic device policy. If we're in class, just keep your cell phones put away. Disclaimer that something in the syllabus might change or something in the welcome letter might change, but I'm always going to let you know if something changes. Okay, my thoughts on this course. I understand that public speaking is something that can produce anxiety. I understand that this course can be stressful because of that. I understand that many students will not graduate with their associates or their bachelors because this class is too crippling with anxiety. So I understand that completely. Just because I'm a public speaking communication professor doesn't mean that I didn't have the same anxiety you had. You have when I took this course. I did. I hated this course when I was a freshman at Illinois State. I was petrified of speaking publicly in front of people that I didn't know. And I came from a theater background. I was used to being on stage. I was used to performing in front of people. But there was something different about public speaking in a classroom in front of people I didn't know. So I experienced that same level of anxiety. And I will tell you that with the advice of my instructor, which was to practice and to put yourself in situations where you have to speak publicly, even if it's small, like raising your hand, speaking up in a group setting, practicing, like I just said, it really makes your experience so much better. So My advice to you is to practice and put yourself in uncomfortable settings so that you can grow. That discomfort you feel is your body trying to grow from that experience. And the more and more you go through it, the less discomfort you're going to feel, so the easier it's going to be for your body to grow. Okay. So with that being said, I want you to understand some of my thoughts on this course. I believe that communication is a universal force and it must be understood in order to achieve any goal in today's competitive world. Communication is so crucial and it is the #1 skill employers are looking for from their employees. Competence in communication, speaking, and listening is a prerequisite to academic, personal, and professional success in life. I believe the ability to communicate effectively and appropriately, and what that means, effective and appropriate, means to be a competent communicator. It is learned and therefore it must be taught. Speech is a process that is learned and perfected through increased knowledge of the subject. Understanding yourself as a speaker, understanding your audience, and most importantly, practicing. Academics, public speaking, you have to practice. You have to train your brain in a different way in order to be successful at it. Just like you would practice at a sport, you have to practice at your academics, and that includes public speaking. So the relationship between us is hopefully based on mutual respect, where we will both listen and understand shared meaning, and we can have a deep adult conversation about anything that we disagree with. This class will challenge you, I promise. It is up to you to be ambitious in growing your skills as communicators. Public speaking takes practice, determination, and ambition to master such a skill. It is a skill that anybody can have as long as you practice. So I view progress in light of each individual's skill level, and I'm primarily looking for you to improve. I don't expect you to start your first speech and be this amazing public speaker. I expect you to give me a foundation, and we will build from that foundation as we move on through the course. Okay. All right, so this is going to determine your final grades. You guys can take a look at that on your own time. You'll see another version of the grading scale right here, and you will also see a schedule of what's going to happen this semester. So you can see it reminds you, first week, we're not meeting in the classroom. The first week is just for you to get acclimated with learning management system, understand the schedule, sign up for your speaking dates. And then the second week, we will be in the classroom giving the in the bag speech, which you will see another video for later. Week 3, week 4, no meeting. Week 5, week 6, we'll have a meeting, so on and so on. So go ahead and check this, or go ahead and check Eagle for a more detailed schedule. And again, final exam date will be announced. Once I get it, you guys will get it. All right, so I am going to backtrack here and go to the Start Here module. We went over the welcome letter. We went over the syllabus. The email policy reminds you to be an adult. You will find my contact information and office hours here, and here's another version of the grading scale. Okay. In the second and third module, helpful tools, personal wellness, I just want you guys to be aware of the services that RVC has. I'll start at the bottom. Online resources, quick access guide. You can click that if you have any questions about online resources that you'll need for your classes. If for some reason you find yourself without personal items that you need, or your refrigerator is bare, or you are running into residential issues, say, you can go to the RVC food pantry, and we have services to help you out and provide for you here on campus. This is here to let students know that I'm a member of the PACE committee, a Friends of PACE committee, and then I am also a coordinator and trainer with Safe Zones. So this just means that I am an ally on all fronts, and if you have any problems, please feel free to talk to me. And I also believe that mental wellness is incredibly important. It is the most important thing you can do for your self-care. If you feel like you need to talk to somebody, you can click this hyperlink here, and we have support systems for you here on campus. Also, if you feel like you need more services to help you through your classes, you can visit Disability Support Services, and they will help you find the access that you need. Helpful tools, academics. Here's the student handbook. Questia is a search engine used through MindTap that you can use when you're doing a works cited that you will need to do for this course and for your other courses as well. Most courses through Rock Valley ask their students to use MLA, so here's a link to the Purdue OWL. there's also a link to the Purdue APA. So make sure you're using that to format it correctly. Just because you're not on campus, you can also access Rock Valley College library databases off campus. You can go ahead and click that link. Google Scholar is another good search engine to use, but again, sometimes you have to pay for things. That's why I say start here. And then campus tech support, if you run into an issue with your computer, if you run into an issue with Eagle, you can go ahead and click these links, and hopefully they will have some answers for you. If not, when in doubt, go ahead and email me and I will try to help you out as well. Next link, go through the registration video instructions. If you are having trouble accessing your textbook, this will explain it all to you. But again, you've purchased the textbook. If you click on this link or any of the chapter readings or chapter quizzes, it'll take you directly to the textbook, and then you go through the registration as you would. So that's why I say start here, just so you know how to move your way through it. Again, always access this textbook through Eagle. All right. And then, so that is the basic kind of generic video of the welcome to this class. I will not see you guys in week 1. I will see you in week 2 in the classroom for your in the bag speech, and you will find an example and me going over the directions in another video embedded within the assignment. So I hope you guys have a wonderful first week on campus. I am so excited to be back for the fall semester. I have not been teaching on campus since March 4th of 2020, and I could not be more excited to be back. The pandemic is certainly not over, but I hope everyone stays safe. I hope everyone gets vaccinated and you stay healthy, and I can't wait to see students back in the classroom and wandering through the hallway. My level of excitement is nerd level for sure. But have a wonderful week, stay healthy, and email me with any questions.